The woman's belly kept getting bigger. It was about to burst, but today is her big red carpet day. How will she handle it? Just now, the woman arrived in a 100-meter-long Lincoln at the red carpet event. All the photographers turned their attention to her. She kept striking all sorts of Susie poses, but suddenly, a gas started bubbling in her belly. She tried really hard to hold it in, but couldn't resist. Then she thought of a great idea. She let the gas out, making her dress fly up. Not only did she not ruin the red carpet, but she also made it onto the covers of major magazines. Can you guess who she's imitating? Pepsi corners Coca-Cola, ready to bully him. Even though Coca-Cola picks up the weapon, it can't fight back against so many. In the end, it's overpowered. Only the victorious Pepsi can be chosen by the owner. Turns out, their owner is a gamer. He doesn't eat, just drinks Pepsi. But long ago, he used to only drink Coca-Cola. To win back the owner's favor, Coca-Cola pushed forward, but Pepsi shoved him aside, kicked him, and ended up fainting from the pain. Looking at the poster on the wall, Coca-Cola got inspired. He turned himself into a bowling ball and knocked Pepsi over, but he didn't know that when his cap was opened, when the owner was thirsty again, he grabbed Coca-Cola, but which do you prefer, Pepsi or Coca-Cola? When wheels turn square, can you still ride a bike? In this world, everything is square, but as soon as this girl touches, the square turns into a circle. Mom hates circles. To keep her daughter away, the mom builds a wall, hoping her daughter won't be influenced by that girl. When the daughter wants to climb over the tall wall, the mom even holds her hand tightly, but the daughter doesn't want things to stay the same, so she jumps over. At the moment they touch, the girl becomes soft. The worried mom rushes over, but the daughter just gives her a hug. The mom also becomes smooth instead of sharp. Love is about accepting. Do you love your mom? Which game does this video remind you of? This girl is A, but she wants to be C. This girl is G, but she wants to be A. So they went to the Peach Temple to make a wish.
My boobs may be big, but my request is small.
My tits are tiny, and that's a big problem.
The temple first granted A's wish, then G's wish, but there's only one peach, so they can't both get their wishes at the same time. G grabbed the peach, but it fell on the ground. A saw her chance and slid over. Then the two of them started fighting over the peach. G used her energy blast and pushed A against the wall. To get the peach, they both used all their strength.
Let go, tortilla tits!
Bouvoisie!
Then, the peach got smashed, and they could only have half each. G turned into spoons, A turned into balloons. To get back to normal, they combined the peach into one.
Chelsea! Charlotte!
Can you believe it? She actually named them? Everything went back to normal.
Friends?
Best friend!
The best thing was always in your hands, as long as you can see it. In this world, men are plugs, women are sockets. When the plug fits into the socket, they both take off. But if they're not sincere, they'll crashing down. Ben, with his plug flaws, never ventures out, just stays home, making light bulbs. When he sees the bulb he fancies, he gathers his courage, but someone else beats him to it. As the two soar high, a nearby couple suddenly falls. The woman looks at Ben, deciding to change her target, but when she discovers Ben's flaws, she angrily leaves. Ben returns home to see a couple falling, crashing into his house. Ben is furious, but seeing her broken bulb, Ben decides to help her. He drapes colorful lights on her, puts star bulbs on her head. They embrace. The bulbs start flickering. They finally find their right person. Have you found your right person? The owner kicked the dog bed aside, just to make room for the vacuum robot. Since then, the food falls on the ground, no longer belongs to the dog. When the dog spills food while eating, the vacuum robot pushes it away, sucking up all the food on the floor. When the dog tries to grab the food under the cabinet, with its short legs, the vacuum robot slides in, with its slim body and sucks it up, then teases the dog. Whenever there's food on the ground, the vacuum robot always gets there first. The dog was initially angry, but later found it amusing. One day, during a competition, the vacuum robot suddenly stopped working. The dog finally won the competition, but couldn't be happy. No matter how it called, the vacuum robot didn't respond. Suddenly, it saw the vacuum robot's home. After recharging, the vacuum robot came back to life. This time, it didn't take away the dog's food, but worked together with the dog. Do you like dogs? The clown was blocked by a wall, but in the eyes of others, he just hit the air. The wall gradually surrounded him, turning him into various shapes. A ladder appeared. The clown thought he was saved, but in the eyes of others, he was just performing. Just now, a man bumped into the clown. He not only didn't apologize, but also cursed at the clown. He grabbed the woman's hand. After a puff of red smoke, the man turned into a clown. He wanted to curse, but couldn't make a sound. He walked towards the woman, but stayed in place, as if on a treadmill. Just as he made his final sprint, a skinny guy appeared, cursed at him. The man seemed to see his past self, so he stepped aside for him. The skinny guy grabbed him, then turned into a clown. What lesson did you learn from this story? On this island, everything is twins. The fish, the king, even the stars. Anything that's not a pair must be thrown away. One day, the queen gave birth to a child, but it was only one. To save the child, he went to the temple, trying to replicate the baby with gems, but as soon as the baby was replicated, it was dropped on the ground. Long ago, the twin kings drowned, but twin gods saved them. Since then, each took hold of an island, unable to meet. When a crevice appeared, the twin gods told him to throw the child into it, but he refused. As he ran away, he collided with a car from the opposite side. It turned out his brother also had a child. They combined their necklaces. The islands merged into one. From then, they never had to separate. Do you want to have twin brothers?
Did Michelangelo run out of supplies?
It's so small.
Oh, there. Holy Jesus!
They asked him to show himself. Humanity is about to go extinct. This is the message from the sun and the moon. When people heard this, they thought it was a declaration of war from the celestial bodies. So, they decided to send representatives to negotiate with the celestial bodies. At that time, the human world was in chaos because of the doomsday message. But across the street, the sun and the moon were sitting on swings, waiting to meet the humans. The sun saw the negotiation table as a toy, while the human representatives picked up a suitcase, offered their 3 gifts. The first gift was all of humanity's knowledge, but the moon just turned the mountain of knowledge into paper chairs. The second gift was the power of humanity, a decision that took the leaders 3 weeks, but the sun simply took the crown, put it back on the human's head. The last gift was the first thing every leader thought of, but to keep their dignity, they decided to offer it last. The man threw confetti. The celestial bodies finally showed interest in their gifts. Bullets pierced the sun's hair, shooting into the sky behind. Since humans were born, the sun and the moon have always considered humans as their friends, but this friend wanted to give themselves death. The moon approached the bullet hole, unveiling all disguises. The ground collapsed. The sun cracked all over, preparing for the end of life. Turns out, even without war, the sun would disappear. Just like humans, the sun has its own lifespan. The news of humanity's doom isn't a declaration of war, but a reminder from a friend. Life will eventually fade away, but before that, I hope you can discover what truly matters.